it's like you knew it as soon as you saw it. Damian Lillard, when Dame went down, and even didn't go down, like when he punched the ball ahead, I was like, why did he punch the ball ahead instead of grabbing? And he went down. I was like, oh no, that's exactly what I think it is. And he sat down and he had this like smile, and he smiled towards the Pacers bench, and the Bucks took the foul, and he got up and he could barely move. And I was like, that's an Achilles. Yep. Like we've seen it before.
Left. Yeah.
He goes
went down with no one around him. And I mean, we had some scary moments. We had Brunson go down this weekend, but at least that was some contact. We had LeBron roll up on Anthony Edwards, and it looked like Anthony Edwards could be out. But when you saw Dame go down, you couldn't see it really in live action. When you see the replay and you see he's just all by his lonesome going for the ball, and just, and they always say when it's the Achilles, people have had it, says it feels like you get like shot by a sniper in your leg or something. Like it just comes like you can't even, it comes out of nowhere, and then boom, it just pops. And, he went down like that, like he'd been shot in the calf, and he's reaching for it, and you just knew. And Vinny, one of my initial thoughts is this could be the costliest injury we've seen, literally, because it's going to be $54 million, I think it is Dame's number next year, sitting there on the Bucks payroll, just useless, right? Eating up like a third of the salary cap.
No, not next year. Next year, the year after will be 58. Next year is 54.
No, it's 54, right?
Yeah, 54.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 54 next year.
Bad. Yeah.
58 after that.
Right.
But 54 next year is still significant to get, we're predicting 0 out of him. And so, the luxury tax implications. And, the other question in terms of costly is, does Giannis say, I'm out? I don't want to be here while Dame's rehabbing, and I'm using and wasting another year of my prime.
Right.
And, then he's sitting there the next year at $58 million, and we don't know what version we're going to get. And, I want to go somewhere where I can win while I still got some juice in my legs. And so, that you add those two things up, both the literal payroll expense and the potential ramifications that you could lose the greatest or the second greatest player in the history of your franchise, depending on how you want to compare him to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Costly.
Yeah.
Costly.
I think, Damian Lillard is one of the best postseason players that we've seen. He's authored some of the most incredible moments of recent NBA history. Never got into an NBA Finals. A lot of people, like when you talked about James Harden being one of those guys who have gotten close and, wanted to get over the hump. A lot of people wanted to see Damian Lillard get over the hump and sort of be rewarded for loyalty as long as he could have had loyalty with the Portland Trail Blazers. Then he gets traded. Last year, I don't know if people remember this. Last year, he missed games against the Pacers in the first round series because of an Achilles. And then this Achilles gets him. Remember, Damian Lillard, 34 years old.
Turns 35 in July.
Kobe Bryant was 34 when effectively the end of the great Kobe Bryant, the end of the top 5 MVP player that Kobe Bryant was, happened when he hurt his Achilles. Dominique Wilkins had his Achilles at 32 in Atlanta and had a couple of more years. He wound up getting traded the next year, traded 2 years later, for Danny Manning, which actually didn't work out well for either team. But he had a couple more years of being Dominique Wilkins before his career started winding and taking different paths. Achilles was the end of Isaiah Thomas's career. That was the last game he ever played.
Kevin Durant's the best case scenario.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Kevin Durant's the best case scenario. But, a big
7
man.
feet.
Yeah. So but even then, so we got Durant being closer to Kevin Durant. The thing with Dame, again, some great playoff performances. I differentiate him from Harden, though. Like, it didn't feel like Dame was supposed to win a championship, in part because he's never won an MVP. So, there's some players that you can't call it a disappointment if they don't win.